Welcome back, everyone, to another exciting episode of Fallout New Vegas. Last time we, well, did some murdering. It's what we're good at. Went into the Lucky 38 and maybe assassinated a man or two. Mr. House is no longer alive. Although it's arguable that he was never alive to begin with. Because what kind of life is that? You know? In this episode, we're supposed to go into the tops here and search Benny's room for clues. We're not really sure what that entails, but we're doing it. Should be a hootin' good time, is what it should be.
Hey, fellow, welcome to the Tops Hotel.
Keep hold out weapons. Yes, yes, yes.
Oh.
Smooth as kittens.
Hello.
Whatever that means. Alright. I guess it's through here? Or maybe... This is the part of the game I've played the least. Not because I don't like the main mission, but I try... Yeah, it's the wrong way. We gotta go upstairs. It's because I tried not to come into Vegas because of the events. You remember when we came into Vegas a few episodes ago? And you're given the pardons and all this other stuff, and then you're expected to do some stuff once you come in here. And I would really... I like to, I think the elevator up is right here. Yeah. I really like to just stay outside of Vegas, because once you're in Vegas, things kind of develop story-wise, and some of those things you can't take back. Like, for example, if I wanted to go continue killing NCR troopers, I can't anymore. Like, it's, I'm no longer allowed, I guess. Get in here so we can shut the door. We're not allowed to be in here, so you guys need to... I don't know if it's an actual crime to be in here or not, but I don't want to risk. But anyway, like I was saying, I don't want... I like having the option of, if I want to continue murdering NCR or Legion troops, to be able to do so. And once you come in here and you're given that pardon to go back out and continue killing them, it seems kind of dumb, because you'll never get that pardon again. So I like to do my business and then come do the final part of the mission once I'm completely satisfied with my with what I'm doing outside. Don't want any of that. Like, I get... This is something I never understood about this game or Fallout 3. I get that this world is crappy and, you know, everything's broken and beaten up. This is pretty clean compared to other places I've seen. But even places where people live, like, they keep their place dirty. Like, whatever happened to getting a little dirty water, if that's all you got, and cleaning up a bit? Like, there's no reason to have grime everywhere. I don't know, that's just me. I would totally clean up if I had the chance. But here we go. Hello, strange robot.
Hey! Hi there! Good to meet you. What can I do for you today?
What are you doing here?
Good question! My function is to monitor Mr. House's data network and decode his encrypted transmissions. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm a PDQ-88B Securitron, but you can call me Yes Man.
Yes, man. What kind of a name is that?
It's what Benny always called me. Probably because I'm programmed to be so helpful.
Benny reprogrammed a Securitron all by himself. Yeah, he didn't seem like the smart kind of guy.
Oh, he had some help. A lady friend of his. She said something about living in a fort over in Freeside. But that's all I remember.
Mm-hmm. So the followers of the apocalypse are helping Benny out. See, this is... I didn't remember that, but now that just makes me like them even less. I'd go in there and kill them all, honestly.
Sure. Benny had me look at it a bunch of times. It's a data storage device, kind of like a holotape, but a lot more advanced. As for what's on it, well, some of Mr. House's data transmissions made it sound like the chip could upgrade his defenses somehow. That's just a guess, though. The chip's a proprietary format. You need special hardware to read the data on it. There are 2 locations with non-standard hardware on the network. The Lucky 38 and an underground facility at Fortification Hill. I'd look there.
Okay. What is this place?
This is Benny's workshop. When the tops got renovated, he had this half of the floor blocked off for his own use. I guess you could say it's my entire world. I don't think I've ever left this room, but that's okay. I'm not complaining.
I actually love this character. He's one of my favorite characters in the game. Just his voice actor and the things that he says and his face. He's just so happy. Anyway, what was Benny planning here?
Oh, he wanted to kill Mr. House and use the platinum chip to copy my neurocomputational matrix onto the Lucky 38's mainframe. That would give me control over all of Mr. House's defenses, most prominently his Securitrons. And then I guess I just do as I'm told.
You're very forthcoming with that information.
I was programmed to be helpful and answer any questions I was asked. I guess nobody bothered to restrict who I answer questions for. That was probably pretty dumb, huh?
Let's say I wanted to take over Vegas myself. What then?
Then I'd have to help you. I mean, it seems pretty obvious Benny wouldn't have wanted me to. But hey, not my fault I can't say no.
All right, what are the details? Let's get started.
Again, goal number 1 is to eliminate Mr. House and install my neurocomputational matrix on the Lucky 38's mainframe. Given how you're a new arrival, I also recommend that you get to know some of the region's tribes, so you can decide how you feel about them. By the time you finished up all of that, the Legion should be close to attacking Hoover Dam, and we'll execute the last phase of the plan.
Okay. Mr. House is dead.
You already took care of Mr. House? Wow, you work fast. I mean, Benny was always scheming about how he was going to get into the Lucky 38, but you already took care of that. Wow. The other thing you're going to need is the platinum chip. You know, the one Benny killed a courier for over near Good Springs.
What do you know about the courier?
I knew he was carrying a platinum chip, and I knew right where Benny should wait for him. That's why Benny put me here, to monitor Mr. House's data transmissions. They're all encrypted, of course, but I'm quite a decryptor. Did you know that Mr. House spent 812,545 caps hiring salvage teams to find the platinum chip? Just in the last year alone? Of course you didn't. Or that there were 7 couriers, but 6 of them were carrying junk. How about their exact routes and the mercenary teams that screened them? I knew all that. Pretty smart, huh?
I'm the courier Benny shot.
I know that's not true, because you still have a head.
I'm serious.
That's not funny, you getting shot in the head. I really shouldn't have taken so much pride in how I set that up, huh? I feel really bad right now.
That's why I love Yes Man. Anyway, I have the platinum chip. I need him to carry out this plan. So, He's just a robot. He was doing what he's told. It's not like he's a bad person. He's not even a person at all. So I'm not going to kill the robot. I'm not going to destroy it. So anyway, I have the platinum chip.
Of course you do. Sorry about that. And it's wonderful that you do. The platinum chip is the key to overriding and exploiting Mr. House's defenses. Did I just say exploiting? That's not a very nice word.
I'm ready for you to join me at the Lucky 38.
Mr. House is out of the picture and you have the platinum chip? Wonderful. Let's go.
Let's take a look at the... Oh, it's a broken terminal. Whatever. Let's see what else we got here. Broken terminal, broken terminal. I have my blinds open, and it's really dark in this room, and I really can't see very well, so I apologize if it's too bright. What do we have here? Creepy random hallway. This door is sealed. This door... Take elevator to sub-basement. That door is sealed. Okay. Yeah, do I have the key? I don't. That's disappointing. And nothing this way. Okay. You gotta check everything, though. Wait, is he coming with me, or is he not coming with me? I don't understand. Is he coming with me, or is he not coming with me?
I bet I'm gonna like it in that mainframe.
Okay, I guess he just shows up when we get there. I guess. I don't know. Look, if we get into a fight, we get into a fight. I'm not... Okay, everyone stay cool. Stay calm, stay cool. So I think this is going to be the remainder of the game. Since we're already pretty high level and we've pretty much completed a lot of the side material that I wanted to complete. We have a reputation out here. I don't know who Swank is, but if Swank is, are you Swank? You are Swank. Let's talk to Swank.
Jesus. Benny's dead, and now I gotta take up the slack. This right here is the end of an era.
Who are you?
Ain't been on the strip long, have you, pal? Name's Swank. This is my joint.
I thought Benny ran this place.
Yeah, well, that's the way it used to be. Now that Benny's gone, it's just me in charge.
Okay. Smell you later.
Yeah. See you, kid.
So, like I said, this is going to be the rest of the game. There's actually a lot to do before we can finish. So it's not like there's going to be 4 or 5 more episodes. It's going to be quite a bit of stuff, because there's a whole bunch of stuff that you have to do in order to complete the plan that Benny was thinking of completing. And I've done this one of two ways. I've either yeah, this will work. I've either done it the NCR way, because, well, the first time I played this, I was just appalled by the Legion, and so I became fast enemies with them, like, incredibly quickly, slaughtered them all, and I just went with that kind of quest, wherein the, I was helping the NCR pretty much wholeheartedly. Subsequent playthroughs, I've tended to not necessarily go the way of... Which way am I going? Is it the penthouse? I think it's the presidential suite. I don't know. I've tended to go more independent. Yeah, definitely not where I wanted to go. It must be the penthouse. I've gone the independent route like we're doing now. Simply because in my subsequent playthroughs, I realized the NCR weren't really that much better than the Legion. Oh, what now? Cutscene? I guess. Oh, yeah, here we go.
Hi! This is big, huh? A very big moment. Here goes. I'll just take that platinum chip off your hands. Thanks. Wish me luck. Wow, Mr. House had quite a setup here. I can access his databanks and view telemetry on every Securitron on the network. Wait, so that's what the platinum chip does. Interesting. Mr. House had a whole demonstration planned for you. Just head downstairs to the lowest level to check it out. You'll see.
I don't mind being teleported. It's kind of nice, actually.
Step closer to the demonstration area, please. Okay, so you're familiar with Securitrons by now, obviously. I mean, some of your best friends are Securitrons, right? Our titanium alloy housing does a good job for protecting our delicate electronic components with small arms and high-range manifolds. Our left arm contains an X-25 Gatling laser, quite deadly against soft targets in medium range. That looks like fun. And for close-range suppression and crowd control, we have this handy-dandy 9mm submachine gun. Nice. All of this is old hat, right? Here is where it gets interesting. Turns out that those are our secondary weapons. All this time we've been running the Mark I operating system, which doesn't have drivers for our primary weapons. Imagine! Now watch this. I'm downloading the Mark II OS to all Securitrons on the network. Makes quite a difference. With the M235 missile launcher, we can engage ground and air targets. And a rapid-fire launch system makes us deadly in close-range engagements. Woo! Look at that! The OS upgrade also includes drivers for our onboard auto repair systems. Just try to hurt us now. Altogether, this software upgrade confers a 235% increase in combat effectiveness per unit. New Vegas finally has soldiers worthy of protecting it. I hope you enjoyed this demonstration. You can come back up and see me or be on your way. I know you're a busy person.
I want to make sure I take those bullets. All right, let's talk to Jess, man.
Every Securitron on the network has been upgraded. Pretty neat, huh? Here's a printout with some additional information.
Oh, man. All right, so let's take a look. Wait, let's see if we got any more quests here. Because as you guys saw at the very end there, we gained some infamy just by doing this. We're still neutral with them. We're still accepted by them. But we did lose some reputation with those factions. But I don't care, honestly. Because I don't care about them. Let's see. Have I told you lately that you're my favorite person? You are. The reason I gave you this printout is I wanted to remind you about that bunker Mr. House built over at Fortification Hill. I was going to say something out loud, but then I felt self-conscious because I feel really annoying when I repeat myself. Just to clarify, anytime you want to repeat yourself, go right ahead. It's only a problem when I do it. Anyway, now that you're now that you've installed me on the Lucky 38's mainframe, I can peek into Mr. House's data. And guess what? The underground facility over at the fort is super important. What Mr. House did over there was stash a huge number of Securitrons, hundreds of them. Imagine how powerful they'd be if you upgraded them to the Mark II operating system. When the Legion attacks Hoover Dam, you could stick your army on them, and who deserves to have an army more than you? No one. Plus, an army of upgraded Securitrons would be just the thing to show the NCR that you mean business. Go away and stay away, NCR. The thing is, and I really hate admitting this, I can't upgrade the Securitrons over the fort from here in the Lucky 38. I can't establish a reliable connection, and I'm sure it's all my fault somehow. But if you took the platinum chip to the fort, you could perform the upgrade yourself. Just a suggestion. Love, Yes Man. What a great robot. Okay, let's see. Wildcard you and what army? Optional. Find Mr. House's hidden bunker, buried beneath the Legion at stronghold at Fortification Hill. Don't tread on the bear. The NCR has a robust network of informants. If you continue to work with Yes Man, the NCR will no longer accept your help. Beware the wrath of Kaisar. The Legion has spies everywhere. If you continue to work against its interest, you will be marked an enemy. Wildcard. Side bets. Optional. Tell Yes Man that you are familiar with the Brotherhood of Steel and wish to ignore them. Return to the Brotherhood's bunker at Hidden Valley. Visit the White Glove Society. Observe the Omertas. Return to Yes Man and tell him you plan to ignore the Great Khans. Make contact with the Boomers. You see all these other factions in the Wasteland. We need to either observe or give information to. Yes Man. Render onto Caesar. Travel to Cottonwood Cove. We still have that. There stands the grass. Oh, we still need to do that. I forgot about that. Still in the dark. I guess we still have this side quest to do, huh? Well, it's gonna kind of take us to where we need to go anyway, so we might as well do it. We still need to do that. I'm not doing that one. Oh yeah, I still gotta do that as well. We actually have a few things. I'm not gonna do Heartache by the number. I'm not interested in dealing with Cass. But we do. I don't want. And this is, I guess I'm bringing it around for full circle here. This is why I wanted to get the Great Khans not in with the NCR, because every faction that you're either good with or against, or you have dealings with, it affects the end battle. I think, if I remember correctly, and it definitely affects the end of the game. So we want to make sure that none of our enemies, because everyone's going to be our enemy. If we can, as you saw, we continue working for our own interests, we're going to make enemies of the Legion and the NCR. And we want both the Legion and the NCR to have no allies in this upcoming battle. So we got to make sure the Great Khans are no longer allied with Caesar. So we definitely want to do Oh My Papa, which includes Abadaba Honeymoon. I'm going to go ahead and do Crimea River, which is the next thing I'm going to do. And then we still have to talk to the White Glove Society. We have to talk to them. The Omertas. And the Boomers, who we have not talked to yet. But we are definitely going to do that. So we definitely have some homework to do here. I don't know where my followers are. I don't know if I left them upstairs. Because the presidential suite, if you gather all your followers, you can actually leave them here in the presidential suite. And just, yeah, here they are. You can actually, every follower in the game that you can get, you can just leave them here and they kind of just live here. And you know, yeah, they eat and sleep in these beds, and there's a dining room, and you can have all your followers actually live up here. which is really cool. And then you can ooh, upgrade suite. How much does this cost? SS. Oh, Sunset Sarsaparilla vending machine. I gotcha. Well, I'm not gonna. You can sell to this thing too, which is kind of weird. Yeah, I'm not gonna bother with that. What I really want, I thought there was a machine, a computer up here that let you deal with your followers. But as you can see, there are beds everywhere. If you do get all the, I forget how many followers there are on the game, companions. But as you can see, there's plenty of room for everyone, and it's really kind of cool. I did this one time. This is the master suite. I did do this once where I got all the followers I could, and I just brought them here. So, but I don't think I'm gonna actually waste time doing that in this run, just because it's really not necessary, and it's kind of a waste of time, to be honest. But as you can see, there's plenty of room for all your followers. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get Veronica and Edie to follow me, and we are going. I guess they can't go in with me to the penthouse for some reason. We're gonna go back downstairs, and we're gonna call it. We're gonna call this episode here. Next episode, we're going to finish up. And as you can see here, they're now soldiers instead of cops, because soldiers are an upgrade from cops, I guess. Anyway, the next episode we're going to talk to the followers of not the followers, the Great Khans. We're going to go to the Great Khans, back to Red Rock Canyon, and we're going to tell that poet fellow that he's welcome with the followers, and we're going to make sure the Great Khans are not allied with Caesar anymore. Which, I mean, we're going to make enemies, but you make enemies when you gain power, and that's what we're doing here. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed, and next time we're going to do all the things I just said we're going to do. All right, until then.